What's up, YouTube? It's Rooster G back with another episode to help you have more fun in F1 2021. This week we are in the amazing course of Baku City in Azerbaijan. This course has 20 turns and it's 6 kilometers long. It's a street circuit and it's built for speed. So here we are checking out my setup. And the thing about this track is that it has low speed turns and high speed turns. So you've got to get yourself dialed in just right. You're really going fast down a couple of the straights. For the settings on this one, I basically use the reset settings, and then I dialed everything back from there, going with a lot of wing on the front and rear, and then dialed it back because I thought it was too grippy, and you can just feel the car getting sucked down, and it was actually even hard to turn. But once I got that set and was able to get through the course without crashing too much, I pretty much just went from there. So here we go. We're starting down the back straight. The first time around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow everything down a lot to 50% and 25%, so you can really see where my mistakes were. I use this as a tool to go back and check exactly if I'm hitting my apexes or not, and you're going to see that mostly I am not. Also, I have the rake set really low. I think my ride height is about 3. So here you are, you see the red arrow? That is where I was looking, and it's where I should not be looking. Instead, I should be following that blue arrow on the left. So here we go, as we go into the second turn, you can see I missed the apex again, and we're gonna back it up, and we're gonna show you where I should have gone. I should have been going more to the right hand side so that I can cut this apex better, and I need to be looking higher in the sky. That's what they talk about in race school, is once you get your turn set up, don't look right in front of the car's nose. You gotta look way up where you want to go, and that way you're gonna get thinking about that area there. So we've got the DRS open now down the second long speed section. And it looks like every turn here you got a narrow space to turn into. And I was having a lot of trouble with oversteer here, so I had to adjust my tire pressures to help with that, and also going with more wing. So the blue, if I went to the right more, going down the right hand side, I would have been able to cut over better. And this one, it pays to actually go slow here. And when I watched Verstappen and Hamilton on their qualifying laps, it looked like they were just walking through this. So, and that's where they talk about it pays to go slower in some sections so that you can go faster in some section. And this is the perfect example of where it pays to go slow so you can get to the left, and then so you can cut hard to the right over here. And here we go again in slow motion. It's better off to go slow through this turn, get to the left hand side as much as possible, which I didn't do, but I'm doing better than I was in laps 1 to 6, and that way you'll avoid having to fight this wall over here. So now you're coming down here, and we're going to make that it's actually a hairpin turn. It's a right-handed hairpin turn, and we have to remember that it's not a normal corner. And yes, I hit the wall because I'm thinking that it's a normal corner, but it's not. And again, when you watch the best guys do it, the F1 guys do it, you see where that blue and white highlight is? You want to be looking for that corner to the right, and I've always been looking at the left, and that's why I hit the corner here. So now this is a short section, and you've got the tightest space to fit your car into, and maybe I took a little bit too much curb there. Maybe that's illegal, I'm not sure, but the game didn't penalize me. Slow here, stick to the right hand side so you can cut this apex, and now you are just going right up through the gears, hammer it on. Remember Lance Stroll crashed in that section back there off that last turn. and you got to trust yourself because this is speed, blind corner, and you want to kind of round it, and you got this next one before you hammer on the brakes. And it definitely pays to hit the brakes early on this so that you don't end up in the wall. Yeah, you want to go fast, but not at the price of crashing your nose. And I'm too far to the left over here. I should stick to the right so that I can cut this apex better. And as we go through this, you'll see I don't even hit the apex at all. And I don't really want to, but at least if I can get a little piece of the tire touching the white paint, see if I go more to the left and I can cut right over, look high into the sky there, that would be better. So now just speed all the way through here. Sometimes I coast through this section just to lift off so I don't smash into the wall on the left. And now it's full speed down here, and we've got the DRS zone coming up. DRS is open. I mean, it's really important if you're new to this and you haven't mapped your DRS button yet, make sure you map one of your buttons so that it's easily accessible, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it a lot. So here we are going at full speed now. What it actually looked like, and so you can see the car rotated on itself around that turn, and that's actually no good because I'm destroying the tires that way. So when I take my better entry lines, that's gonna preserve my tires. And in real Formula One driving, Perez and Hamilton are the best at preserving their tires, and that way it gives the team more options for what they can do, whether they can want to go longer on a tire or not. It gives your team a massive advantage. So you can see I hit the curb a little bit on the right hand side there going in, and I wish I went to the left more here and then cut over. Should be looking at the right, but no. Slam onto the walls without doing any damage. Pick my spot. Slow through here, stick to the right, crank it over and bust it up the hill. Just imagine doing this for real, it would be amazing. Brake safely through this section. I was having a lot of oversteer on this turn here. Got it figured out. And now here, this is where you hope you don't have as much wing as possible to give you all that drag, because you need maximum speed. And I get up to 223, 224, 225, and that's a lap. So that was 145, 499. So I'll try it one more time. See what I can do on this one. That's a little better. It's a little better. Still a little bit of rotating there. Too much rotating, and I hit the wall there. Not good. That shows my angle in wasn't good. I want to stick to the right hand side and too far over to the left. Not bad, but still, that's going to damage the tire. So if I did this for, 55 laps, it's no good. You can see the blue line, if you're new to this, the blue line there, that's the telemetry for my best lap. That's the line that I took. So just because it's the line that I took that gave me the best lap, it doesn't mean it's the right line, and I think I've shown that it's not the right line. So I'm going to keep on working on that to get those better angles in, and it'll mean that I'm going to adjust my settings for the car a little bit, and eventually I'll get that time. I believe the best time on this track is something in the 1:30, 34, 35. So I'm 11 seconds off the pace, and that puts me, I believe, 78th percentile on this game. It's my slowest performing track, so I want to get into the 60s, which is where I am on average for all the tracks in this game. So got my work cut out for me. I hope that helps you. So that's a 145.957. So just remember, use more of the track on entries. Trail braking to get in there. Cut the apex is better. To help you with this, drive these tracks that are similar because they're street tracks and they've got those walls there, especially that Singapore track. It's tough. Jeddah is a different animal because it's just speed. So I hope this helped. Have fun, and we'll see you next time on Rooster G Racing.